Oh, what do you want to do? Do you want to kill him? Leave him alone. I told you to give him quiet. Look, get out of here. Come on, get out. I'm running out. Get out.
If you can spare the time.
Yes.
Are you sure it's not too much trouble?
Yeah, now, look here.
Sergeant Cork, CID.
Oh, sorry, Sergeant, I didn't realise.
Obviously, I've come to see Inspector Fox. Good enough to tell him I'm here, will you? Be sharp about it.
Yes, Sergeant, I'll take to him straight away.
There you go.
Oh, this way, Sergeant, please.
There you go.
Come in.
Oh, beg pardon, sir. Sergeant Cork, sir.
Good morning, Sergeant.
Sir.
This is Sergeant Norris.
Sir.
How do you do, sir?
Thank you, Norris. That's all for the time
Yes.
being. I have your letter of introduction from Assistant Commissioner Thor. Yes. Do sit down.
Oh, thank you, sir.
In it, the Assistant Commissioner speaks of sending 2 of you.
I've already dispatched Detective Constable Marriott to the warehouse, sir.
Oh, I suppose that's in order.
Well, I thought it might save time, sir.
Yes, of course. Well, you must let me know of anything you want. Certainly anyone from Scotland Yard is always welcome here, though I think you may well be too late.
Sir?
Only this morning I made an arrest.
Why, I'm delighted to hear that, sir.
There have been 13 of these major warehouse robberies in 3 months, Sergeant, all in this area. I can tell you there have been times when we've been pretty desperate about it, but we kept at it, you see. I told them, in the end we shall get the gang, and we have.
The whole gang, sir?
Well, no, not exactly. But the link man, the key man, we have him. You see, one thing struck me about these crimes. The gang always seemed to know our movements.
They had an informer, sir.
Precisely. Oh, the realization came as a considerable shock, I don't mind telling you. But I had to face the inescapable conclusion that there was an informer at this station. And I made an arrest half an hour ago.
Who was he, sir?
A man I would have gone bail for, Sergeant. A man of the best quality, and as I thought, of excellent prospects. It wasn't an easy thing to do, but it had to be done. P.C. Clark, caught, as the saying goes, red-handed. With this.
I see, sir.
That's a copy of the duty roster for tonight in Clark's handwriting.
Well, how did you come by this, sir?
I had Clark followed. Today he was observed by P.C. Portello to put that envelope between 2 loose bricks in the wall of the 4th Street cemetery. He then proceeded on his beat. Portello brought the envelope to me.
You have questioned Clark, sir?
Briefly, yes. So far, he refuses to talk. I'm holding him on suspicion. And the next step, of course, is to get him to reveal who the envelope was for.
I'd like to talk to Clark myself, sir.
Well, I really don't think that's necessary. We have everything in hand.
I'd like to see him, sir, if it's all right with you. The Assistant Commissioner has given me instructions. If you care to read the letter again and confirm them, sir, or perhaps get him on the telephone.
One moment.
What made you suspicious of Clark in the first place, sir?
Well, I checked all the men, naturally. But I had occasion to visit Clark's home once. He's married, you know. And it occurred to me he had too much money to spend. So I began thinking then. Come in. Portello, would you take Sergeant Cork to see Clark? It might be a good notion if I came too.
Oh, that's not necessary, sir. You have other things to attend to, I'm sure.
Yes, of course. And you'll let me know if he does say anything, won't you?
Sir. Thank you very much.
Oh, just going to the cell, Sarge.
Yeah.
All right, on your feet, man, on your feet. Sergeant Cork, CID. Want a few words with you. Right, now that we've dispensed with the formalities, you may sit down. You're in serious trouble, Clark. Why'd you do it? How long have you been in the force?
5 years.
5 years. Good record, too, I'm told. You do a stupid thing like this. Tell you one thing, Clark. I hate crooked policemen. They reflect on every member of the force. Make our job 10 times more difficult. We've done real damage here. The only way you can undo it is by making a clean breast of the whole business.
It wasn't like what you think.
What was it like? Oh, for heaven's sake, man, I'm not here to play parlor games. Look, that night watchman, the one they assaulted, they half killed him.
Nothing to do with me.
That's just where you're wrong. If that man dies, it'll mean a drop for the person who did it. Also for those involved.
Nothing to say.
I'm not going to waste my time talking to you. If you want to help yourself, you must take the consequences. You know what we want, Clark? Name of the people you're working for. And don't get any ideas that they're going to help you by you protecting them, because they won't. I'll leave it to think it over.
Sorry.
Yeah?
Has anyone told my wife yet?
I shouldn't think so. Not yet. Do you want me to break it to her? It might be less embarrassing.
Thanks.
All right. Oh, you better write her address down. Here.
She doesn't know anything about this business.
Possibly not. I'll have to question her. Obviously, we can't accept your word.
I don't want her dragged into this.
You should have thought of that before, boy, shouldn't you? Of course, if you care to put all your cards on the table, now, this very minute.
Nothing to tell you.
You're a very stupid man, Clark. You don't look it, but you are. Just, think over what I've said, will you?
Now, you listen to me. We have other things to do here without chasing around telling your neighbors to make less noise. Go and see a lawyer. That's your best course.
Get money for a lawyer. I'm going to get my son to write in. He's going to write in and make a proper complaint.
You do that, madam. You do that. Always coming in here complaining.
Yes, perhaps they're under the illusion that the police are the right people to go to.
Some people come in here if they have the toothache.
Yes, of course. After all, they do pay our wages, don't they? If we can't solve their problems, we can at least treat them with civility.
Did he say anything?
You are?
Did Clark say anything?
No, he's not ready for that yet.
Son, there's something I feel I should tell you.
What's that?
Clark is my half-brother. So, you see, this is very worrying for me.
Oh, do you want transferring to another station
Oh,
until
no.
it's all over?
No, what I mean is I'm very fond of him.
Well, he hasn't been found guilty yet, has he?
I know that. But that letter, it is in his handwriting, you know. Now, a thing like this could affect me, affect my career.
Does Inspector Fox know that you're related?
Oh, yes, and he knows that I can't be held responsible for what Clark does. But there are others higher up that might not see it that way.
Hmm. We'll talk about this later, Norris.
Yeah.
What on earth have you got there? Your dinner?
No, a few bits and pieces I found at the warehouse. Now, this is everything we found on the warehouse floor. A comb with teeth missing, a tram ticket, The Headless Pirates by Denby Marchmont, whoever he is, a bit of cloth, one white button, one grey button.
This piece of cloth here. Where'd you find this?
That was near the doors where the night watchman was found.
Hmm. Stay on this. Could be blood, you know.
Yeah, sir. I've just brewed up.
Oh, yes, good. Cup of tea, sir.
I don't think you, Mr. Matt and I are just leaving. By the way, has Clark's wife been informed yet?
No, Sant. I am the lodger. I thought to tell her during my dinner.
I'd like to break it to her, if you don't mind.
Yes,
I wonder if you'd care to write her address for me.
Oh, yes.
In there.
Of course.
And perhaps you'd tell Inspector Fox that I'll be back later.
All right, there we are.
Thank you.
Anything wrong?
No? No, that's fine.
Good.
Come on, lad, I'll tell you what happened on the way.
What about these things from the warehouse?
And bring them with us, will you?
Thank you.
Yeah. I'm going home dinner time. I'll talk to Maggie.
It's all right, you know. He only wanted to know who the list was for.
And what did you tell him?
What could I tell him?
Right.
I cannot believe it. He would never do a thing like that.
But this list is in his handwriting, ma'am.
He was happy. He got everything he wanted.
Yes, you seem to have done fairly well.
I take an embroidery, see, I'm trained. We've been careful.
I found this upstairs, son. Is this your husband's, Clove?
Yes, what about it?
Mrs. Clark, do you know your husband's friends and associates?
He spends all his time here, except when he's on duty. He never goes to the public houses or anything.
What about your lodger, Sergeant Norris?
Oh, well, he's one of the family. He lives very quiet. He keeps himself to himself.
You could help your husband, you know. If you were to tell us who that list was intended for.
On my life, I don't know. I don't know. That's Frank, Mr. Norris. He'll want his dinner.
You'd better come in, Sergeant.
Ah. Yeah. Mr. Fox said it'd be all right if you took along some dinner to William at the station. He said you could see him there as well.
We are going along to the station now. I'm afraid I must take this jacket with us, Mrs. Clark. Don't bother to see us out. You can find our own way, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
What did they take his jacket for?
They must think he was at the warehouse last night.
Oh, I must tell them he was here.
Now listen, Maggie. I can't tell you any more than this, but you don't have to worry, see?
What do you mean?
I can't tell you, but you don't have to worry. Believe me.
It's identical.
I still can't believe it of Clark. It's beyond comprehension.
Now, there's a message for you, sir, from the infirmary.
Oh, thank you. The night watchman is dead.
Did you make a statement, sir?
No. Not so much for Clark. An informer, a thief, now a murderer. I tell you, Sergeant, if we're to build up any public respect for the police in this area, that man must be charged with murder and hanged.
There's a P.C. Bramston, drunk on duty, fined threepence. Yes, that was November the 12th. The following week, P.C. Bramston again, drunk on duty, fined sixpence. No, Sergeant, no. There's a P.C. Norton again, seen entering licensed premises. Yeah, they seem to like their beer. He's just come in. Yes. Clark, yes, I'll speak to him myself. Goodbye.
I'd like a word with you, Constable.
Yes, sir?
I understand that you took the discipline book without my permission.
Yes, sir.
You wonder that the uniform branch takes exception to such high-handed methods from the CID? You have no right to examine any records held at this station.
Well, if one of your own men suspected of a serious crime, it seems to me the question of station discipline is very relevant in this case, sir.
Have you found anything relevant?
Oh, possibly, yes. For instance, Clark's name never appears in this book. Almost all the others do. Drunk on duty, seen entering licensed premises. Whole catalogue of petty misdemeanors.
The standard of discipline maintained at this station is as good as any you'll find in the metropolitan area. When we start recruiting saints instead of roughnecks, perhaps such remarks will be more justified.
As an army man, I'm sure you're aware that discipline starts at the top, sir.
I beg your pardon.
But if you'll excuse me, Sergeant Cork wants me to question Clark myself.
In the army, if a subordinate had spoken as you've just done, he would have been strapped to a gun wheel and whipped.
Then how fortunate I am that we're both civilians, sir.
Yes. Well, I trust that you'll let matters rest now.
Yes, sir. Will you excuse me?
Doris. Tell the men I want this place cleaned up from top to bottom. And if any man's name appears in the discipline book, I shall want to see him personally. Get to it.
Yes, sir.
Listen, Clark, you'll be in the dock on your own. You know how a judge and jury are going to look at you, a man who keeps his mouth shut, who won't cooperate. And a policeman to boot. You're giving them no reason to show any mercy.
Can't tell you anything.
But you can. You know who the list was intended for.
All you've got against me is delivering the list. That's all. You can't charge me with murder.
Is that what you really think? Listen, Clark, they're going to prove that you were in a warehouse committing a felony as a result of which a man was killed.
Yeah. How can they prove that when it wasn't even there?
Well, the lining of your jacket was found not very far from where the night watchman was lying.
Oh, no. That's a lie.
Is it? You grappled with the man, he grabbed your jacket, ripped a piece
But I
out
wasn't
of it.
there.
Oh.
On God's truth, I wasn't. I was home all evening. My wife could tell you.
Oh, she'd tell us a lot of things, no doubt. It'd be a poor wife who wouldn't stand up for her husband. You're in serious trouble. Ah, son.
My boy, take a look at this. Take it over there. It might be important. Has he said anything?
No, sir.
Now, look here, Clark. I'm not going to go jumping in out of here like a jack-in-the-box. Next time I come see you will be your last chance. Now, you just think that over.
Look, if he finds out I've been here, he'll murder me. I can't hang around here much longer. He'll murder me.
Doris.
I've told you everything there is to tell.
It's no good telling me. The police must hear it themselves.
Well, maybe that note you think never got there. You can't always rely on neighbours taking notes.
That's them. Wait here a minute.
Look, I don't want to.
Wait.
If I don't get
Please, please.
You want to be Mrs. Clark?
Oh, come in, please.
There you go.
Sergeant Cork, there's a woman here. She says she knows my husband is innocent. I sent word for you straight away.
Now, who is she?
I don't know. She wouldn't say her name, just said it was Doris. She said her husband's mixed up in these robberies. She's in here. This is Sergeant Cork. Please sit down.
Go. Go. Sit down, Mama, yeah? Now, what's it you have to tell us, Mom? Huh?
Didn't bargain with the police.
No need to worry. Grateful for any help. How do you know that Clark was in trouble?
Everyone knows round here.
And why do you want to help him?
Well, he's a good man. He's done a lot of good in his own way by helping people and things like that. And he ain't always down on you. Do you know, I saw him save a couple of kids from drowning once. Don't expect a policeman to do a thing like that now, do you?
No. So, he's a good man. And you want to help him. Do you know what he's accused of?
Well, she told me. They had him giving information to the gang. Wasn't him.
How do you know?
Look, it wasn't Mr. Clark who told him where the police would be or they wouldn't be. It was another man. And that's all I'm saying.
You know this other man?
Well, I never saw his face when he was here because I had to go into a back room, but I heard him talking. It wasn't Mr. Clark.
What does this other man sound like?
Can't describe it, but I've talked to Mr. Clark and it wasn't him.
Do you know that Clark is going to be charged with murder?
Oh, no.
Unless we can find the others involved. Clark may be... I want to know who these other people are,
I
Doris.
did promise her.
Who are they, Doris?
Look, I only came here to say that Mr. Clark is innocent and it's not right him being charged. I can't hang around here much longer. They've got their ears everywhere. I'll get murdered.
Come here, Mum. There's a man hanging about on the other side of the street. I'm sure I saw him at the warehouse this morning. He's over there, look, see, watching the house.
Ah. Thanks.
Look, I've got to go. If he found out I've been here, he'd
Why
murder
don't you
me.
leave him?
What chance would be a
He
farm?
may have seen you come here. We think a man may have been watching this house.
And I'm done for. I'm done for.
No, you're not. You did a very good thing by coming here, Doris. We'll find some for you to go, somewhere safe.
Oh, well, I don't know now. Where did he find me? How did he just find me out?
I've got a sister lives in Twickenham.
Twickenham, that's excellent. That's fine. Would you care to go there, Doris?
You could stay there till it's cleared up.
You'll be all right there.
Well,
Mr. Manley will take you along there.
I suppose I could.
You'll be safe from your husband there.
Yes, but he ain't my husband.
Well, you'll be safe anyway. I must get back to the station now.
You believe what she told you? You'll let William go?
Well, that remains to be seen. I believe Doris is telling what she believes to be the truth. By the way, how well did your husband get along with his half-brother, Sergeant Norris?
Frank. Oh, he's very close to him. He idolizes him. It was through him he joined the force. But Frank sort of fathered him, seeing that his own father wasn't much good.
Oh, well, you're lucky to have Sergeant Norris look after you, aren't you? We're good enough to ask Detective Constable Mayer to come out here, will you?
Yes, I imagine so.
Sergeant.
Yes, indeed. I'll wait for you in the hall, Mom. Oh, what do you make of all that,
Well,
lot?
I'm going to the West London Press to get Briars to write this up. He'll know what to do. Carry on with your inquiries, lad. The point at issue is that Clark is shielding someone, but he must let him know that he's entirely innocent. Not yet, at any rate.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Mr. Fox, please.
Yes, sir. Who shall I say it is?
Detective Constable Marriott, CID.
If you'll wait here a moment.
Good evening, Constable.
Ah, good evening, sir.
Personally, I think it's hideous, but my wife likes to buy these things. Now, what can I do for you?
Well, I'd like a word with you, sir.
Is it so important that it can't wait?
I think it might be, yes.
You'd better come in. This way.
Thanks, sir.
Ursula, this is Detective Constable Marriott. My wife.
Good evening, Mom.
Good evening. Do you work with my husband?
Yes. Is there somewhere we can talk, sir?
Now, we can talk here. My wife has the greatest interest in my work, haven't you, dear? Do sit down.
Ah, thank you.
May I offer you some refreshment?
Not at the moment, thank you, sir.
No, but you're on duty. Well, I'm not, so if you'll excuse me.
Yes, of course.
Now, what is it that's so urgent?
Well, we, don't think Clark should go before the magistrate tomorrow morning, sir.
Why, have you new evidence?
No, but we have new lines of inquiry, sir.
Well, what are they?
We'd like time to investigate.
Are you holding this inquiry in secret?
No, not in secret, sir, just in our own way.
Yes, well, I don't think that I can agree with what you ask. This man has committed the appalling crime of betraying the trust put in him by the public. And we as police officers would be failing in our duty if we fail to act ruthlessly and without pity when a policeman is involved in a crime of this nature.
Well, we've no definite proof that he's guilty as yet, sir.
Have you forgotten that he was caught trying to pass on the duty list? And his refusal to talk, why, that in itself is an admission of guilt.
Is it? Well, if he were involved with the gang, he could save his own neck by telling us everything. He refuses. Why?
Perhaps he doesn't want to lose his share of the loot. Or perhaps he's frightened for himself or his wife. If he talks, she may be in danger.
Yes, that's a possibility. I agree, but it seems to me there's something more behind Clark's silence. It's almost as though he was, well, waiting for something to happen.
And the only thing that's going to happen is that he'll be up before the magistrates tomorrow morning. I'm sorry. Please tell Sergeant Cork that I insist on that. You've not convinced me that delay would be justified. We have a very strong case. Surely you don't contradict that.
Well, no, sir.
This man was caught in the act, so to speak. We have the evidence. It's neat, concise, and entirely damning.
Exactly, sir. That's just what makes me wonder. Well, the evidence is a little too neat, concise, and entirely damning. It's almost as though it's been arranged.
Constable, I have the greatest admiration and respect for Sergeant Cork's work. He's a credit to your department, no, to the whole force. But I'm told that on occasion he does allow himself to be swayed by sentiment.
Well,
now, I don't blame him for this. It's to his credit. We could do with more humanity in the world. I assure you in this case, his sentiment is entirely without foundation. This man is a policeman who has grossly betrayed his trust. Oh, I intend to make a public example of him. He appears before the magistrates in the morning.
As you say, sir.
Down the road, away with the polly with a step so jolly that a blue sheep ring. Down the road, the face was skin, but the mare was really cross. You got in? Nice lot.
Thanks, Red.
There's enough material evidence here to hang a half a dozen men.
But we haven't got half a dozen men, Charlie. Only got one. P.C. Clark. Or at least we did have him.
Exactly. His escape last night is another pointer to his guilt. Innocent men do not run away.
Innocence or guilt can be relative, Charlie.
Oh, don't try that clever stuff with me, Corky.
You were doing that, Charlie. Get me nowhere. All right, I'm willing to admit he might be involved in all this.
Involved with this evidence? That's putting it mildly.
All right, well, let's say he's guilty then. We still want the rest of the gang, don't we?
I'm relieved to hear you mention that aspect of the matter. I was beginning to think you were entirely obsessed with Constable Clark. What have you in mind regarding that?
Well, they've all gone to earth, as was to be expected. Doris refused to say anything at all about the man she's living with.
Doris, is this the woman you told me about?
Yes, she refused to say where he's living, so that got us nowhere.
Did Clark say nothing at all? Give you no hint? Betray himself in any way?
The only significant thing he said was, it's not like you think it is.
Ah, they all say that. It's never like we think it is. It's always somebody else's fault. I'm surprised you were taken in with that nonsense, Corky. Anyway, let's forget him for the minute. What about his associates? Now, these are the people we should be concerned with.
Well, we'll have to smoke them out, Charlie. I've already lit the fuse.
What do you want to?
I'll tell you it works.
I want to know exactly and... Broadway? No? Oh. Hold on a minute, will you? They've caught Clark at London docks, making for the ship. Docks police picked him up on our description. He's at Lehman Street.
Let me speak to him, will you?
Hold on a second.
Look, Sergeant Cork here. Are you quite sure that is William Clark? Right. I want him brought round to my office at Scotland Yard as quickly as possible. Thank you.
We don't want him here. He should be sent straight back to
Want him
Hammersmith.
here, Charlie. Too damn careless at Hammersmith. Don't lose him again, do we?
All right, but I'll leave it to you to explain to Inspector Fox.
It'll be a pleasure, Charlie.
Now, what about this fuse? What are you planning?
Well, it's quite simple, really. I persuaded a friend of mine, the editor of the Hammersmith Gazette.
Right, you wait here where I can see you.
Ah, the prodigal's return. Welcome home. Still silent? Still not talking, eh? There you go.
Will young Merritt be in?
No, he'll be here later. When he comes, tell him not to come in here. Tell him to wait in the inquiry room till I send for him, will you?
Well, shall I leave him his cup?
No, give it to him. Come on, sit down, Ed. Sit over there.
Corky, what's this?
Oh, what's the matter now?
This tea. It tastes like paraffin. You were cleaning out a lamp yesterday, weren't you? You were looking for somewhere to drain it off into.
All right, I'll get another cup.
I should hold this as evidence against you. You know they do to poisoners, don't you?
Oh, give it to me, then I'll wrench it out.
I want another cup.
Another cup.
See what we have to put up with here. Yours will be all right, lad. Drink it. Where do you get the clothes?
Found them.
That's hardly improbable, isn't it? Don't find clothes round the streets of London. Not ones that fit anyway. That boat you are making for, had you a berth on that? Now we know why you're not talking, don't we? You knew you were going to get away. It was all arranged. That's why you kept silent. It was all part of the arrangement, wasn't it? But you're here at Scotland Yard now, boy. Not as careless as your friends at Hammersmith. Now, had you a berth on that boat? I can find out, you know.
Yeah.
Who are you hiding, Clark? Oh, come on, Eddie. You're a puppet dancing to their tune. They arranged your escape to help themselves, not yourself. By escaping, you only admitted your guilt.
Wasn't like that.
Yeah, you're very right. It's not like that at all. If that dockside PC hadn't asked you where you were going, you'd be on a boat now in the middle of the channel, wouldn't you? He said that you're here with me, and there's no chance of escape now.
Another cup.
Another cup, thank you.
Oh, by the way, young Marriott's back with a certain party.
Hey, thank you. Evans.
Sergeant?
Take these irons off, will you?
I've ordered it.
Now you've got orders from me. I'll take full responsibility. Take the irons off. You, know what a scapegoat is, Clark?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, all right, put them away somewhere outside.
Right, Sergeant.
That's what you are. And tell Marriott to come in, will you?
Sergeant?
You are the goat around here, my boy. Not too blind or too obstinate to notice it.
William,
Maggie.
this is never going to end.
It's, up to your husband, Ma'am.
And the police, can you do nothing? They've killed that poor woman. The one who tried to help us. It was in the paper. She was found in the river. It said she was wearing a brooch with the letter D in the center. It must be the same one. Doris?
Yes,
Look, she was the only one who could...
husband could help himself, Ma'am.
Don't you see? They killed her because she knew who the real criminals were. Because they did not want her to speak up for my husband. You let her do it. You were supposed to protect her. And yet they found her and did this terrible thing.
Look, I'm going to give you 10 minutes alone. I can't talk any sense into him. Perhaps you can. Then we'll take you back to Hammersmith.
Oh, William.
Maggie. Maggie. Oh, God. Another murder. Where's it going to end?
Damn fool's been caught. Picked up at the docks. Cork's got him now. I'll be back here within the hour. Do you realize what that means?
Has he told them anything?
Do you think they'd have telephoned here if he had? Oh, use your head, man.
What about the woman?
Which woman?
Don't play the innocent with me. Doris, the one they found in the river. Did you arrange that?
Don't you use that
I
tone
want
with
to
me.
know.
I know as little about it as you do. If she was drowned, it must have been an accident.
And it couldn't be an accident. I tell you, William will give in under this.
Well, I was not responsible. Good God, I've more sense than to complicate matters now. Anyway, she's dead. There's one more voice that can't talk. She's no problem. But Clark is.
What are you gonna do?
Well, he has to be taken from here to the court. Now, a gang of men suitably armed.
What?
It's happened before.
Another escape?
We've no alternative. Now, listen. If he keeps his side of the bargain, we shall keep ours. Tell him that. Tell him the moment he gets back.
One prisoner returned.
Son, I'll tell the Inspector.
You fool! Why'd you try that? What made you think you could get away?
Good afternoon, Sergeant.
Sir,
Welcome back, Constable. Is he any more cooperative?
he still refused to answer my question, sir.
Perhaps he'll sing a different tune when we get him in front of a magistrate. All right, take him to the cells.
Yes, sir.
And Norris,
Yes, sir.
leg iron.
Yes, sir.
I'm very grateful to you, Sergeant. Can I do anything else for you?
No, thank you, sir. We have a few more inquiries to make with Thames Division about the woman who was found in the river last night.
Oh, yes, I read the report. Was it suicide?
No, sir. Murder. We found out that she was living with one of the warehouse gang. We go along there to find a few clues now, we hope, that might lead us to the men behind Clark. After all, those are the men we want, aren't they, sir? Excuse me.
Right. I'll have these off as soon as Fox goes home.
What are we going to do now, Frank?
Well, you put yourself right in the upper cart, haven't you? Now listen. Tomorrow you go in a van to the magistrate. You won't be wearing them then. There'll be a gang of men at the corner of Foley Street. Now listen. 2 of them will stop the horses, the others will open up the back and you're away.
But it's getting worse, Frank. We're getting in deeper. Maggie says they've murdered a woman now. Did you know anything about it?
William, I swear to you, I know nothing about it, I swear.
First the night watchman, now this woman. Frank, it's got to stop.
There's no backing down. They're ruthless, William, don't you see that? If you betray any one of us, they'll go after Maggie.
By God, they touch a head of a head.
Now, shut up, shut up! They won't. They won't, not if you're sensible.
Listen, Frank. Oh, for God's sake, why don't you get away? You're the only one I'm doing this for. Well, you could go up north somewhere tonight.
No, it will blow the whole thing wide open. No, this is the only way. You've got to stick to your guns.
Yeah, well, we'll send Maggie after me. You give me your solemn word.
I promise you, William, as soon as you're safely away down under, I'll put Maggie and the kid on a ship. Think of it. Australia. It's a great country, they say. And you'll be happy there.
Sure.
Right. And boy, don't think I'll ever forget what you've done for me. Not ever.
Ursula, do you think you could...
Now, sign me, Mr. Fox, please.
Yes, sir. Who shall I say?
Sergeant Cork. Leave the door, will you? I've got a friend playing off the cabbie.
Yes, sir. You'll wait here a moment.
Thank you.
Sergeant Cork to see you, sir.
Oh, I'll send him in. Ursula, you better leave us. Sergeant, this is my wife.
Evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Good evening.
This is rather unexpected.
I took the liberty of going back to the station to have a word with Clark, sir. I think he decided to be a little more cooperative.
Well, that's excellent, though I think you might have informed me that you were going back. However, in the circumstances...
I think it's possible I might make an arrest tonight, sir. I wonder if you'd care to be present?
Certainly, yes, I think so.
I've asked 2 of your men to come along, sir, to assist me, if you don't mind. Come in now, please.
Sergeant, I see no reason to bring these men in here.
I think you'll see the point in a moment, sir. I'm now convinced it was not Clark who informed the gang about the movements of the police. This was done verbally by someone else.
Well, if Clark has told you that, I hardly think he's a man.
It was not Clark entirely, sir. Would you care to read this, sir?
What is it?
It's a statement from Clark. I wonder if you care to read it out aloud, sir, so the others can hear. If you wouldn't mind, sir. You can forget the opening formalities, just the gist of it, starting from here.
It was then I realized that the gang which was robbing the warehouse was doing it with the active help of someone from within the police force itself. Really. I began to keep observation on a certain party often in my spare time, and soon my suspicions were confirmed. I was stunned by what I learned. I couldn't believe it at first. I went to Sergeant Norris, my half-brother, to ask his advice, to find out what I should do. Really, this is ridiculous.
That's him. That's the man. I know that voice anyway.
But I thought the newspaper said, if you think you can incriminate me by a cheap trick...
You're a fine one to talk about tricks, aren't you, sir? You're a past master of them. That piece of lining from the jacket supplied by Sergeant Norris and planted by P.C. Portello on the warehouse floor. The list of police constable's duties you made Clark copy out and used against him.
You'll not get away with this. You won't prove a thing.
It will be a pleasure to prove you wrong, sir. Well, thank you very much for coming, Doris. You can go back in the cab now.
That's the man. I could swear to that voice.
I may have to ask you to do just that.
Oh, and you let Mr. Clark go now?
Well, very probably.
Oh.
This way, Bob. I think you're the villain in all this, aren't you? You played on Clark's loyalty, didn't you? You let him be the scapegoat. You relied on his silence. Wouldn't have been cheaper to buy his silence? A fine brother you turned out to be, didn't you?
I'll break you for this, Cork. Break you.
Well, you won't be the first to try, sir. I don't suppose you'll be the last. But I fancy I'll survive.
There we are.
Thank you, sir. Oh, sir, I wonder if I could have a word with Sergeant Cork. I would like to thank him for what
Yes,
he's done.
of course.
You know, sir, I can't get that woman out of my mind. All she wanted to do was to help, and what she got was a grave in the river.
Oh, it's not as bad as all that.
Well, what could be worse? She only wanted to help.
She's not dead.
Not dead.
No, we but put that story about just to see what effect it would have. She's safe and well.
You fooled me. You tricked me. You got me to talk and make a statement just because of her, because I didn't want my brother to get deeper in the mud. You cheated me.
Let's go up. They'll be here in a moment.
All right, take him to the cells, will you?
All right, come on.
Frank! You promised me nothing would happen to him, Sergeant.
That's something you've got to learn, Clark. A policeman's job is not an easy one, and never will be. Come on, boy.